All right, hi, I'm Andy Warner, and this is Our East Tennessee. Today I'm sitting here with Jim Bell from Morristown. And Jim, your family's from Morristown, right?
That's correct.
Born and raised here?
Yes.
All right, how many generations back?
Both sides of the family have did research on it. I'm not too much into that, but I think way back into the 1700s, maybe in the 1600s on both sides.
Wow. All right, and most of your life you've done farming or farm-related stuff.
That's true, yes. Grew up on a farm, and as this shirt says, agriculture is my life. That's what I was just born into it, and that's what I know, and I love it.
So tell me about some of your earliest memories then on the farm.
Oh gosh, where would you start? We always had chickens when we were little. I remember Mama, that was my job, taking care of the chickens. We had tobacco. We had a big garden. We've always been around cattle. My grandparents had a dairy and stayed down there every so often, helped on the dairy. Chopping weeds for my grandpa when I was a kid for a quarter an hour. Remember driving a truck. They put me in the cab of a big 2-ton truck when I was 5 years old and pulled out the choke. And my job was only to steer the truck. I couldn't stop it or go faster. I couldn't stop it or anything. I just had to steer the truck. That was my job. I remember being 5 years old when that happened.
Brothers, sisters?
One brother.
One
3
brother.
years younger.
All right, 3 years younger. Okay, so did y'all get into any trouble growing up?
Oh, we had a few rounds, yes.
Okay.
But no, nothing serious. Just your usual childhood antics, I guess.
Let's go with your mom. What's a fun memory you've got of your mom?
Very quiet, never got disturbed very much. Easygoing, very easygoing.
So you've seen a lot of changes in Morristown and Hamblen County over the years. What are some of the big ones that you think of when you think about how things have changed around here?
It's the growth that Hamblen County, Morristown has experienced now. I mean, a lot of your civic leaders think growth is the best thing and it has to happen, but when you're in agriculture, I guess you kind of take a little different perspective. We don't think that growth is all that good because it destroys farmland. Once farmland changes, it never goes back to farmland. It's irreversible. Of course, industry leaders tout the industrial tax base, the new house tax base, but studies show that those entities don't pay what the costs are associated with them. Agriculture pretty much pays its own because of the low service needs that a community has to provide for agriculture.
Yeah. So, with your growing up years and going to school, you went to which high school?
Morristown West.
Morristown West.
Well, I went to East 1 year before they split.
Okay.
And then went on to West for the last 3 years, graduated from West High.
And what'd you do after high school?
I went to University of Tennessee, majored in agriculture.
Okay.
4 years.
And then came back and...
Came back, I farmed for 3 years on my own. Then my brother and cousin got out of UT. So I took a job, I managed a fertilizer plant for 6 years. And then I went with Farm Bureau for 35 years.
Okay.
I've been retired for 6 years now.
All right. What are some things that you think have changed that you wish a younger generation knew? Even just related to agriculture, younger folks in agriculture that you wish that they could experience or see that you got to see.
Oh gosh, that's a tough one without giving it some thought. It's a lot more mechanized now. We used to do a lot of things that required hand labor, and we've gotten out of those enterprises. We don't do near as much hand labor, and I'm not saying young people need to experience that, but it's a little hand labor is a good character building experience for young people.
For sure. For sure. So What are some things that you think that agriculture taught you or your boys, or that just people learn growing up on a farm that they might not get otherwise?
Work ethic, sense of responsibility. I think you mature earlier, somewhat earlier when you have those responsibilities at a younger age.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite farm animal growing up? Any pets or anything that you took on?
Had a few dogs, but they got run over all the time.
That's awesome.
So I didn't. My wife probably thinks I'm awful for saying this, but I did not get too attached to the animals because, and sad to say, in all too many instances, they were temporary. They were there and then they were gone.
They had a purpose.
And the same thing for farm animals. You just did not. I mean, I liked them and all that, but I knew what the end result was going to be.
And where do you wish agriculture would go? What do you think the future of agriculture looks like?
I think the future is bright, but it's not many young people are going into production ag, and the reasons are simple. There's no way that a young person can start out in ag by themselves. Too cost prohibitive. Everything is too expensive. Land. Nobody can buy land and buy equipment and farm. They have to inherit it. Or they would have to have a mentor, somebody from out of the family that was very generous toward them to give them a start. Of course, there's all kind of programs to help young farmers, but it's still would be a very hard thing to do for a young man to go into agriculture without any background, without any family farm or anything like that.
Yeah. And how do you think East Tennessee farming and agriculture compares to Midwest or West Coast and different parts of the country?
It's not near as big. Midwestern farms are huge. West Tennessee farms are huge compared to East Tennessee farms. Your size of the farm is a lot smaller. Of course, we're diversified in that the type of farming that goes on in East Tennessee is decided to a great deal by the land type. You can't row crop a lot of these hills, and cattle industry, that's what we've done here forever because that's what the land is suited for. It's suited for cattle. It's not suited for row crops.
Yeah. And you got a lot of folks moving into East Tennessee from out of the area. What's something that you wish that they knew about the area or that would be helpful to them to know about the area coming in from?
I guess a lot of people would say, don't come in here and try to change us. We do things our way. And there's a, that's kind of a saying, but it goes with a lot of truth. We would appreciate when you come in here that we have our way of doing things, and if you move in next to a farm, sometimes it does not smell the best, and that's just part of farm life. We have right to farm laws in the state of Tennessee that protect farmers as it should be protected on that. But I have no problem with people moving in as long as they respect our rights and we respect their rights.
Yeah. And maybe we'll end with a fun one. What's something, a story you remember from growing up that kind of makes you smile, makes you laugh when you think about it?
Gosh, I'm drawing a blank right now. I can't think of anything right now, Andy.
Yeah, that's all right.
I can't think of
What were some of the afternoons like in the summer? What did you do with playtime? Did you get playtime?
Well, we had a farm in Grange County that had a river, and so it was always, when we were kids, there were 4 of us boys, and that was a big thing for us to go camping out on a Saturday. They'd take us down there and dump us off, and whatever food we had, and with a gun, of course, if we could kill a rabbit or something to eat, that was more for us. But and we were given that opportunity, responsibility at a young age. as I said, they would take us down there and dump us off well before we were 15 or 16 and just leave us. And we'd go swimming in the river, catch fish, try to cook them, shoot a rabbit, try to eat it. So those were good times.
Awesome. Jim, thanks.
Thank you.